Back at Dover, Delaware, there have been 8 lead changes among 7 different leaders. Take a look at our forward lap leaders. Matt Kenseth wraps up the bonus point for leading the most laps today. Denny Hamlin has led 61. You see Carl Edwards has led 21. Kurt Busch, Mark Martin, our current leader. Timmy Johnson and Michael Waltrip has led a lap in the Toyota. Less than 100 laps to go. The 0-1 of Mark Martin still is yet to make that pit stop. Projected to come in here in the next couple of laps.
That's the way this race goes typically. It seems like it goes green late in the race. You get some, you get long stretches of green like we're having right here. That's what these guys are banking on.
A moment ago, Dale Earnhardt Jr. did come on the pit road in the 8 car and made a pit stop. Now, most of these guys will still have to make one more stop, somewhere between 30 to 40 laps to go.
Looks like Mark Martin's team, though, may have a shot at making it on one more pit stop. This last stop they're going to make.
Well, the thing I'm amazed about, the fellow's been most trouble all day long, Jeff Burton. He's sitting there in the 8th position. I mean, if this caution plate comes out right now or close to it, I mean, this guy's in great shape.
There are 4 chase drivers still on the lead lap, and one of them is Jeff Burton. How about that? I mean, 3 different times he was going to go a lap down. He ended up going all the way back to 40th place at a lap down, Allen. And boy, what a day Jeff Burton's had if he can hang on.
I think I talked earlier about, Doc, when you're not good, you need to be lucky. Well, again, this team hoping the strategy works out in their favor. If they get a caution now before they have to pit in the next 9 laps or so, then they're going to be one of only, 9, 10 cars on the lead lap. If they don't get a caution, they've given up all that speed to Matt Kenseth, and they probably will not be on the lead lap after the green flag pit stops.
That's just a chance you have to take, and you make the decision and go with it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Jeff Gordon going a lap down to Mark Martin, but he's going to come in. You heard the radio. They're going to come in and pit this time. 91 laps to go, and Andy Peter, you see Mark Martin waving that left hand.
Nice and easy. Be 38.
These guys are going to make this pit stop with about 90 laps to go. I don't believe they can make that all the way to the end.
Coming down 35 miles an hour, they may be going to roll the dice, are they, Mike?
It looks like a 4-tire change is the call, Doc, as they go over the wall and go to work on the right side. They're going to try to free it up a little bit as they make a chassis adjustment. Team now swinging around to the left side. So not really a big gamble, but a 4-tire change in fuel for Mark Martin. They waited as long as they could, but just not long enough.
We'll see how this works out when he gets back on the racetrack and see how far behind these leaders like Carl Edwards and Matt Kenseth he is.
Because those cars that pitted some 18, 20 laps ago are going to have to make one more stop.
Yeah, they're going to have to make a stop for sure, and it looks to me like Mark Martin will too. I don't think anybody can go 90 laps, and that's what he would have to go. Now, if we got some caution laps in there, maybe so. We don't want to say he can't make it, but under green, I don't think he can.
Greg Biffle in the 16 car, currently being shown as our leader. Greg's best finish of the year coming at the first Bristol race this year when he finished 5th. Tony Stewart now coming on the pit road and making his stop. Allen.
Tony has been trying so hard to get up to be in the first car 1 lap down, and every time he catches somebody and gets in position to do that, the leader laps another car and puts him that much farther away from getting the free pass and getting back into this thing. 4-tire change, air pressure adjustment on Tony Stewart. Jamie?
And Martin Truex is in, guys. He came in 2nd position. He started 5th today, and he's not complaining any longer about that rear end bouncing around, which he had that problem all day long. So his car is good in 4 tires, fuel, he's away.
Less than 90 laps to go as you see Truex come down at 35 miles an hour. It must seem like an eternity trying to get down that pit road. You want to speed, but you know you can't.
Well, NASCAR like to have the pit road speed be a little faster, but the pit road's so narrow and a little dangerous. That's the reason why.
Mike?
Clint Boyer on pit road right now. He was told not too long ago just to ride it out, be calm, be patient, and let the car come to him. They're going to make a slight chassis adjustment and a 4-tire change on the Boyer machine. A little bit tardy on the stop, but a good one, a very clean one. Alan?
Kyle Busch is in. This should be their last pit stop, pending the check of the fuel mileage after they top the car off. A 4-tire change and some minor adjustments on this 5 car. They've had a solid day, not a spectacular one, and he's gone.
25. Hey guys, 25 car. Casey Mears is in right now. Great race car. Was loose most of the day. They got it right now. 4 tires, no change. Also, Greg Biffle is in the 16 car. they were crazy to stay out and lead a lap and go down so much on track position, but now they'll change 4 tires, try to free that car up as well for Greg Biffle. Also, the 48 of Jimmy Johnson in. He'll get a track bar adjustment. Laps down at this point, but this chaser trying to keep his car under control at the Monster Mile. They'll take on 4 tires, and they'll leave that first pit stall such an advantage if you're on the lead lap. Now just a nice ad, Mike.
Jeff Gordon radioed in a little while ago saying that they'd made the car a little bit too tight. They need to free that car up on pit road. He's now making his stop. 4 tire change expected for Jeff Gordon and a chassis adjustment. He's away.
31 car also on pit road. Jeff Burton a moment ago for his 4 tire change. That will leave, here comes the 29 car. Kevin Harvick, who's had 2 different issues with tires and lost 3 laps in the pits. Harvick coming down, being shown in 31st position. Dave?
And you can better believe that this crew will take the time to make sure that all 20 lug nuts are tight on the wheels of this 29 car. Here he comes into his pit stall. Hits his marks perfectly at this point, just trying to maintain the position and stay ahead of anybody else that's on the same lap with them. Hope they can race them toward the front and maybe be the lucky dog by the end of this race. But they're still deep in the hole at this point. 4 tire change for Harvick. Allen.
Reed Sorensen moved up to the lead by staying on the racetrack. Now he comes in to complete the cycle of pit stops. A 4 tire change. Been fighting front end grip on this car, and he is gone.
Opting to leave Reed Sorensen out. Reed Sorensen actually ran 88 laps before he came in to make that pit stop and was able to lead a couple of laps. Cycling through with the pit stops, Matt Kenseth now back atop the running order. Behind him is the 99 of Carl Edwards and the 01 of Mark Martin, Ryan Newman, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the top 5.
We're going to try to see just how much time and distance that Mark Martin lost by staying out on the racetrack as long as he did. It looks like he's lost about 8 seconds to leader Matt Kenseth at this point right now. So he's got some work to do. He's got fresher tires right now, so he can go and start moving and closing that gap a little bit. But that's what you give up when you stay on the racetrack.
Yeah, but Andy, that was worth the gamble. If that caution flag would have come out, Mark Martin was in really good shape. And now he's still not too bad off right now. So that was a good call by his crew chief to do that. Hey, change for the lead here. Edwards around Kenseth.
Carl Edwards made it look easy going underneath the 17 of Matt Kenseth. Remember, both of these guys will have to come back in and make a final pit stop somewhere between 30 and 45 laps to go.
We get caution about 20 laps here. We're screwed.
Says he's a little loose, it sounds like. But, yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting at the end of the race. There's going to be a lot of guys coming out pit road for just a little bit of a splash and go, they call it.
78 laps to go here for NASCAR racing at the Monster Mile. Back after these messages and a word from our ABC stations.
What I need is not because
Well past 3/4 of the way through 400 miles at Dover International Speedway. 12 lead changes, 7 cautions, crashes, a fight, and a drastic drop for some of the 12 chase drivers. Carl Edwards has never led the Cup point standings, but right now he's on top of Matt Kenseth.
I tell you, that consistency of Carl Edwards is paying off today thus far, but I tell you, we still have a lot of laps left. Don't count any of this stuff to be fact right now, Susie. We got a long way to go at this Dover Monster Mile.
A lot of laps left for everybody but Denny Hamlin, who's 89 back. Toughest day for him so far, Doc.
Thank you, Susie and Brad. Carl Edwards is leading both series. He's leading the point standings in the NASCAR Nextel Cup and the NASCAR Busch Series. That's sort of like leading the American and the National League in baseball. Imagine one team doing that. That's how impressive this 99 car and the 60 car, by the way, the one he drives in the NASCAR Busch Series, has been for Roush Fenway Racing.
Man, these Roush guys have flat got something figured out. I was talking earlier in the show about their engineering department. They really put a lot of hope into that. Jack Roush has said, we're taking a whole entire engineering approach towards NASCAR Nextel Cup and Busch Series right now. And it's paying off. I mean, this 17 has been good all year long, but that 99 at all these concrete racetracks, and for that matter, Andy, everywhere we go is quick. Jamie?
Well, Rusty Robbie Reiser, crew chief for Matt Kenseth, was telling me earlier, he said, because us and Carl Edwards have made the chase, the other 3 teams at Roush Fenway Racing are kind of experimenting with things, testing things out for us, for our cars in the chase and for our cars in 2008. So they're already using 3 teams to test, and it's open book policy, and there's an incident on the track, guys.
Trouble on the racetrack, Jamie. Caution being waved, or not yet. They have not thrown the caution flag or not waved the caution flag. We had some contact. The 11 car back on the racetrack and had some more contacts. He slows abruptly. Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin coming down pit road. Let's watch again what happened to him as he was trying to get on.
This is the toughest pit road on the circuit to get on, it seems like.
Right, you come off the banking onto a very flat pit road and you just lose it. And we saw there a couple years ago when Matt Kenseth hit the end of the barriers wide open and really had a hard crash. In fact, I believe he was leading the race when that happened. So this is a tough deal for Denny today, having a tough day.
Denny Hamlin being shown 90 laps down in 39th position after that contact with he and Kyle Petty, both on the racetrack and in the garage area.
Keep watching Carl Edwards take that car down in the corner. Looks like he's almost sliding the back end, getting into the corner, but he's able to control it.
That's what I was just getting ready to comment on, Andy. He gets in the corner, the car gets very light going at the corner. You see it kind of turning sideways, and then it lands and does something totally different.
He's using a lot of throttle coming off the corner. Almost 9,000 RPMs.
And this is a 1-mile racetrack we're racing on right now, about 161 miles per hour.
Not
qualifying, they're probably about 170 something.
Not using a lot of brake right now either. You see, he's using a lot of throttle. He's floating the car in the corner. Not using a lot of brake, a little bit.
Like down to about 6,800 RPMs. Picks up the throttle, accelerates off the corner. He gets up and just approaches 9,000 RPM.
See Casey Mears up ahead of Carl, trying to stay on the lead lap and really pedaling his car.
6th place right now. Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s got a good car, but had a solid run. Martin Truex right around him on the bottom side right there to take over the 6th place from Jr.
This swap over move, you see how that momentum, using that high line, can give you that momentum down the straightaway.
Yeah, it reminds me of some of the stuff they used to do at Darlington, South Carolina, and still do a little bit.
Jr. goes back underneath him and takes the spot away. Now we'll see if Martin Truex, these are teammates for at least 8 more races on this year.
They're having some fun swapping these top 10 spots around.
They really are. And sometimes you wonder, you thought that Junior would kind of give Truex a break because he's raced for the points, but Junior's not. But this goes to show how Junior wants to win too.
9 cars currently on the lead lap. Carl Edwards is our leader. Matt Kenseth in second. The 2 chasers. Then comes Mark Martin. Mark Martin would become the first part-time driver ever to win a chase race. If he could somehow pull it off, he's a 4-time winner at Dover, Delaware. Carl Edwards is a 2-time winner in chase competition. And boy, no one has ever won both championships in the same year. He is a 6-time winner. 5 of those 6 wins have come on concrete racetracks. And folks, Carl Edwards leading right now on the concrete high banks at Dover, Delaware with just 60 laps to go.